Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday evening meditation live. We're going to get started here in just a few moments. I know it's just now 6 o'clock, and so we want to give everybody just a few moments to get connected, to find the video and start. So, But while we're waiting, I know some of you might have joined us before for these. You might be used to coming online and hearing some wonderful music as a part of our meditation. Don't worry, I'm not going to start singing. That is certainly not my skill set. But what we are going to do is just take just a few moments to connect with the power, the presence, the Spirit of God, of that Christ nature within ourselves. And then we're gonna take some time sending that same Christ Spirit out into our world, and using our power and our presence to be a blessing for our world. I do hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you're staying safe, you're staying healthy, and you know that we all know and realize that this too is something that will pass. So with that in mind, and that is our intention for this evening, let's just go ahead and take this opportunity to turn within, to connect with Spirit tonight, to connect with the Christ nature tonight, to connect with whatever it is we call that divine presence, that divine power, that we carry with us, that we are never separate from. So, wherever you are and whatever is comfortable for you, I would just invite you to take this moment to become comfortable. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, I would just invite you to do that right now. To breathe in, to breathe out, to connect with and call forth that light, that love, that presence of God that shines within us in this and all moments. We turn our mind away from outer thoughts and focus instead on the light and the love and the peace that shines within us. So we breathe in, breathing in God, breathing in Spirit. And releasing those things that no longer serve us. Setting aside those thoughts, those worries, those concerns, the things that we know we still have to accomplish today, knowing that we can pick them up later if we so choose. But for right here, for right now, we focus only on Spirit. Seeing that presence of God flowing within us. Our thoughts and our mind take that journey from our head down to our heart space. And that still small spark of divinity that we find there. Choosing now to focus on that divinity, on that divine light that shines within us, as us, and through us. We see it beginning to spread. We see what began as a still small spark growing now brighter into a flame. We We see that flame moving out from our heart into our chest. We see it flowing from our chest into our arms, into our legs, up into our throat, and out through the top of our head. Until what began as a still small spark is now a raging inferno. The light, the love, the power of Spirit flowing through us in this moment. And so we take a few moments now in the silence to allow that peace, that presence of Spirit to flow through us as we rest in that stillness and in that silence. If at any moment we feel our mind beginning to wander, we simply return our thoughts to thoughts of God, thoughts of the divine. We refocus on our breath and recommit to right here and right now. And in this divine moment, if we have a particular prayer request or an affirmation or a concern, something that we want to just enfold in this time of conscious oneness, we allow that presence, that request to come into our minds. Speaking it to ourselves. And as we do, we allow the divine in us to take that request. We see it flowing into that oneness of divine Spirit, knowing that before the words have even left our mouth, that Spirit knows what it is that we are asking. because we know that through this practice, we are a blessing to ourselves and to our community and to our world. We're going to take some time now as a collective, whether we're tuning live in this moment or meditating along with this later. We're going to take some time now to radiate this light and this love out into our world. And so we allow the thought of our local area to come to mind, whatever city you are in at this moment. We bring community into our mind, seeing ourselves as radiating beings of light and love, seeing that light and love flowing from us into our community. We radiate the love of God now. Moving up just a little bit higher above our community, we hover up until we can see our entire state. And it is with the same intention that we radiate the light, the love of God into our entire state, seeing that divine love pouring forth from us, knowing that at any point where it encounters things that appear unlike that light and love, that it simply melts them away. For what we know to be true is that this is a light and a love for which there is no opposite, for which there is no and. It is only the love of Spirit, radiating forth from us into our state in this moment. And now we raise our vibrations just a little bit higher, expanding from our local communities, our local states, to the entire country, to the United States, or to whatever country you happen to be viewing from. Raising that vibration just a little bit higher now. We focus and shine the light and love of Spirit, of God, out into the entire nation. Knowing that through the power of this practice, the vibration, the consciousness of our nation is lifted up. And so we continue to vibrate light and love as we rest in this stillness. continuing to float on. We move even farther until we see our entire world made up with so many countries, so many individuals. We take this opportunity now to radiate our light, our love, our divine nature out into our world, seeing it go forward to melt away discomfort, to raise the consciousness of individual, of groups, to support leaders, to support those who are doing what they can do to strive for a better world for all. Now we radiate that light and that love into our world. In this place of oneness, we begin to pull back now, returning our thoughts from the world back to our nation, continuing to radiate the light, the love of Spirit into that nation. We see our imagination pulling back to our state, continuing to radiate light and love to our state and to any and all who are experiencing discomfort, disease, worry, fear. Floating back to our local area, to our city, to our community. Continuing to pour light and love and divinity into those areas. We find ourselves right back here, right where we are. Back in this place where it's you, me, and the presence of Spirit, the divine light and love of God, that Christ nature, whatever name it is we call it. Vibrating with that oneness, we know now in this moment that this truly is our nature. Regardless of outer appearances, we know beyond knowing at this time that we are the divine expression of Spirit, and that that divine expression expresses itself through us in this and in all moments. And so we rest in a place of great gratitude, not just for this experience in this moment, but for the knowledge that we can connect with this light and this love wherever we are. That this divine spark is as close to us as breathing. And so we breathe in, breathing in God, and we exhale. Exhaling that presence of peace into our world. Releasing and letting go. Knowing that divine order truly guides and directs our experience. And it is for that divine order that we are grateful this evening. And so it is that we say, thank you, thank you, thank you, sweet Spirit. And so it is. Amen. And so as we come back to this now moment, I just want to thank all of you for joining me tonight, those of you that were here during our meditation live time, and those of you who will be joining later. We do have some wonderful, wonderful artists lined up for this Wednesday night meditation time. So I do hope you'll tune in again next week to see who we have for you. And then as we continue on, each week connecting in this time and in this place. I do hope you all stay safe, you stay healthy. If you do have any particular prayer requests, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at unityvillagechapel@gmail.com. And it is our absolute honor to hold those requests in prayer with you. But until we meet again, God bless you all and namaste.